We're still talking heroes. What is up, YouTube? It's the Common Collector, and I hope you guys are really enjoying the sketch intros. I've been enjoying doing them. I'm still wearing the Thor costume again. I just never take this thing off. But so today we are doing some combos on how to work with heroes. So we're just going to be kind of, none of this really has any structure to it, but this is basically more of a first turn going board. So this is just for an example. We are starting with Shadow Mist, Ferris, and Solid Soldier. There's just so many ways to go into this, especially if you have stuff. I mean, a Hero Lives would help, but not really for this combo. But like E-Emergency Call, I guess not really Stratos either if you're looking to summon, but E-Emergency Call, your Rhoda. There's a lot of searchability, and you have multiples of all these cards in order to try to get to them. So anyways, we're just gonna get going here. Hey guys, one more thing before the combos. I forgot to mention, tomorrow is the last day to enter into the giveaway in order to win my extra copy of Elemental Hero Sunrise. So all you have to do to enter into the giveaway is to go to my Instagram and just follow me on Instagram. That is all you got to do. Just looking to get more people on Instagram, then I can make more channel announcements and whatnot. So go to my Instagram. It is commoncollector_YouTube. And that's all you got to do is just follow. And I usually follow people back. Then you guys get more likes on your posts. You guys will look popular. And also, if we bust 25 follows by tomorrow for the giveaway, I will also probably be adding a second and third prize. So what I usually do is I always send out a signed token for the first place prizers, and then for the second and third place, I'll probably also send out a signed token, as well as like another card from the Magical Heroes set. So first place will get a signed token, really anything that I got lying around with my signature on it. You'll get the Sunrise, and then second and third place, I'll just sort of fill in some other stuff with tokens. And then one last thing that I will be also announcing on Instagram is that if you guys want to message me on there for ordering cards, buying cards from me, and also I'm going to be running a deal where if you guys send me 5 token cards in the mail, you will get one of them back signed, just to help me to keep up my inventory on tokens and whatnot. So feel free to look into that if you guys want to. Again, just message me and I'll send you the address to ship these to. You guys send me 5 tokens. I'll send one back of your choice with my signature on it. Thank you, and let's get on with the combos. Starting off with just these 3 cards in our hand, we will special summon our Ferris by discarding the Shadow Mist. Now, you don't want to activate Shadow Mist graveyard effect. We want to use the other effect in this scenario. So Ferris effect will then go ahead and set the increase into our spell and trap zone, and then we can just tribute the Ferris to special summon increase. Increase's effect will then summon out the Vion. Then we can use Vion's special summon effect in order to pitch a card into the graveyard. We can then also banish another hero, so we will go with Ferris in order to add a Polymerization into our hand. So right now this is what's going on in our hand. We will then just summon our Malicious, banish Malicious in order to summon another Malicious to our side of the field. We can take these 2 and put them to the graveyard in order to link out our extra hero Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader's effect can then go off to go into Malicious. So now we can go ahead and tribute the Malicious in order to add a hero to our hand. So since we have the Solid Soldier, we are also going to add Stratos. So now for our normal summon for the turn, we'll summon Solid Soldier, summon the Stratos by special summoning from Solid Soldier's effect. Then we can search and add. We will then add our Plasma into our hand now. So Plasma is just going to be sitting there. We can then activate Polymerization on Solid Soldier, and we will use Increase. So we want to get Increase into the graveyard so we can possibly use its effect if we get attacked, but then, or take any sort of damage. But anyway, So we will now special summon out our Sunrise. So Sunrise will add Miracle Fusion into our hand, and we don't want to forget about our Graveyard effect from Solid Soldier. So Solid will then special summon Shadow Mist from the graveyard. Shadow Mist will then add our Mask Change into our hand. Then we can just go ahead and set the Mask Change. We don't want to use that on Shadow Mist just yet because we want to use this in our opponent's standby phase. That way we still get off Shadow Mist Graveyard effect on our next turn. Then that would end up adding Honest Neos into our hand. So, but more on that later. So from here, now we can go ahead and utilize our Miracle Fusion in order to banish our Vion and our Solid Soldier. We don't really need those cards anymore, so we will pick up our Escrado. Then we can take Stratos, Cross Crusader, take them for our Dread Decimator. And now at this point, we can go ahead and special summon our final Malicious. I almost forgot about him. Banish our second Malicious in order to special out our third one from the deck. Oh my gosh, sorry. So we got out our Malicious there. And then we can go ahead and tribute this and you and also Sunriser. It kind of hurts to do this, but we will tribute the Sunriser also in order to special summon out Plasma. And so just then that means that on our opponent's turn, we can go ahead and Mask Change, go into our Dark Law. Then that means we will be able to negate face-up monster effects. We'll be able to stop one search from our opponent's hand and banish cards. Also, Dread Decimator will give a big attack boost. One way that you can make this combo go a little bit better... Oh, sorry, I should also mention we would get Honest Neos to our hand from the Shadow Mist Graveyard effect. But one way that you can make this a little bit better is, say you had Fusion Destiny in your hand in this scenario. Then you could go ahead and you could take Fusion Destiny, activate that towards the end of your previous turn. If you still had your board looking like this with Sunrise, Escrado, and Malicious, then you could activate your Fusion Destiny, send your two other Destiny Hero cards to the graveyard, wherever they are at. We'll send Dynatag and Celestial. So send those two. Then you can go ahead and summon out your Dystopia. Then you could instead tribute these three for your Plasma. Then do this on your opponent's standby. Search, add Honest Neos. Then that means that with Sunrise on the field, you get a Battle Disruption, banishing and all that stuff. And Dread Decimator will be adding a lot of attack. He'll be adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 attack. And then when you discard Honest Neos, he'll be adding 1,000 attack onto everybody here. So that's combo number 1. Alright, so for combo number 2, we are going to be using a card that we didn't see in my last deck profile or combo tutorial, which is Fusion Destiny. I really do believe that this is a great addition to the deck, just because special summoning a fusion monster whose materials are in the deck is just always a good effect. So and then just for some consistency, just a very common card that you'll see sometimes is Emergency Call. So just for this scenario, we're going to say, like, say for instance, on your opening hand, you started with a Ferris and like a Vion in your hand. You discarded the Vion, and your opponent Ash Blossomed the Ferris effect. And then by the end of your opponent's turn, Ferris is gone and whatnot. They have a board. So basically we're just going to go into the assumption that these are the only two cards in our hand. You know, we on our turn 2, we drew into Fusion Destiny or something, or we drew into Emergency Call, whatever. But anyways, so we will just start off here. We will start with the Emergency Call and pick up our Stratos. So then Stratos, since we want to use Stratos before Fusion Destiny because Fusion Destiny locks you into Dark Heroes. So we will summon out our Stratos and pick up our other Ferris from our hand. Then we can go ahead and use our Fusion Destiny. And so we will this time be sending Malicious along with Celestial instead of the Dynatag. So we'll send those two in order to get out our Dystopia. Then we can take our Malicious from the graveyard, banish that in order to get out another Malicious. Okay, and then we will take these two. Sorry, I also forgot Dystopia. When summoned, we would be able to do 1600 burn damage that Celestial gives, so that's just another thing to keep in mind. It does burn damage for whatever a level 4 Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, so nice addition there. So a little burn damage there. We'll take these two in order to put the Cross Crusader to our side of the field, bring back the Malicious from the graveyard, and tribute that in order to add another hero card. So for another hero, we will pick up our Shadow Mist. And then we can go ahead and special summon out our Ferris, discard the Shadow Mist, and then Shadow Mist effect will then go off and add Plasma to hand. And then our Vision Hero Increase to the Spell and Trap Zone from Ferris, tribute the Stratos in order to send him into the graveyard, and Increase will then special summon out the Vion. Then we can go ahead and use Vion's effect, send another hero. This hero that we're sending really doesn't matter. Maybe we'll just send Dynatag because that's it. Well, we'll keep the Dynatag actually in case we were to draw another Fusion Destiny, but we will just go ahead and since we don't really want to draw into too many, we will actually send the Bubble Man. Bubble Man's a good one to set up in case you can get your Sunriser or your Sunrise to the graveyard. So then with Vion, we will pick up our Poly by banishing a hero. So we can go ahead and banish this Ferris. So then from here we can take the second Malicious, banish that in order to summon out our third Malicious from inside the deck. There he is. Then we can take these two right here, go on into our Dread Decimator, and it doesn't really matter, we'll just keep them there. And now sitting with the Poly in hand, we will just tribute these three in order to go into our Plasma. So again, we just have a Poly sitting in hand in case we were to need that. And then Plasma is going to be gaining quite a bit of attack, depending on what is all in our graveyard at this point from other stuff that's been happening in the duel. But anyways, just from starting off with these two cards, we were able to get out Dread Decimator and Plasma, and both of these cards are going to be gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000 attack on both of these. So that's going to be a little bit hard to get over on that Plasma. And then also Dread Decimator could do piercing damage. There's really piercing never comes up much. And then also the Celestial. With the Celestial, you can banish this and one of our other Destiny Hero monsters from the graveyard once we have no cards in our hands, so just setting the Poly. On our next turn, we can banish these in order to draw 2 cards from the deck. So anyways, that'll do it for combo number 2. Okay, so now for our final and third combo. What I want to do now is I want to replace Honest Neos in our graveyard from, we had Ferris. Sorry, Ferris was banished in the last scenario, but now we are going to actually add a Elemental Hero the Shining instead. This could be either from Vion's effect or from just Miracle Fusion, which we have 2 of in the deck. Any scenario where I'm just looking to get Honest Neos into the graveyard. And keep in mind here that we have used both of our Vision Hero Vions. So in this scenario, what I'm looking to do is to justify the reasoning for why you should play Vision Hero Gravito. So That's what we're going to be doing right now. So we're going to say that our entire board from the last combo, we're going to still run with that same graveyard and whatnot, but also we are going to have Vision Hero increase into the spell and trap zone, assuming that we took some damage and that our entire board got blown up. So we are just going to go here and we're just going to top deck one card, and that's going to be our draw. So our top deck card is Mask Change, so that's actually not too bad. And again, we ended that last combo with a Polymerization in hand as well. So I believe what we're going to do right now is we will just go ahead and set these two. And then remember, we still had the Destiny Hero Celestial in the graveyard. So what we can do is we can banish that along with one of our other Destiny Heroes. Banish them in order to draw two cards as long as we have no cards in our hand. So now what we can do is we would be able to normal summon our Solid Soldier and tribute it in order to get out our Vision Hero Increase. Increase can then special summon the Gravito from our deck, and then Gravito, when special summoned or normal summoned, would be able to add the Honest Neos back to hand. So now that we've done that, we would actually be able to take these two in order to send them for our second extra hero, Cross Crusader. And then when Cross Crusader is summoned, he would be able to bring out our Destiny Hero Dystopia. When this card is special summoned, we would be able to target one of our Destiny Heroes. We don't have any of our Destiny Heroes in the graveyard, so we wouldn't be able to, well, we do have one, but he's not a level 4 lower, so we wouldn't be able to do the burn damage effect or anything. But now that we have two cards on the field, we would actually be able to, we can't use the Mask Change either because that was set. But right now what we would be able to do is we could either, we can use our Polymerization with these three, and we would be able to go into our Vision Hero Trinity, which would mean we would be able to attack into our opponent with 5,000 attack 3 times, depending on how many monsters they have on board. Or just another decent scenario here is you could keep that and the Cross Crusader. Take these two and go ahead and fusion summon out. If you still hadn't used your Sunrise yet or your Escurado, you could go into that, summon him out, and then you would be able to attack for 5,000 there. Or again, if that's a direct attack. But again, I still think that doing this with that and going on into your Vision Hero Trinity is still a really solid play. So, and then not to mention that we still ended this with a Mask Change and a Super Poly we were able to draw off in this turn. So we weren't able to use these, but just because we had to get this draw effect off. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that there's a whole ton of combos that you can do with heroes, but this is just really some of the best things that you can do with the budget heroes. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And besides that, just let me know in the comments what else you guys want to see from the channel. And also don't forget about the giveaway that is going to be ending tomorrow, February 1st. So we'll catch you guys later. Go ahead and check out the Instagram if you want to look at getting into that giveaway. And we'll catch you next time.